Hello guys, this is Anka and today we're going to be talking about a very important rule in chess, which is that chess is played by two people, not just one person, two people, you and your opponent. Okay, so what that means is that not only you may have some brilliant plans and sacrifices and stuff, your opponent may also have them. So in this position, your opponent just played knight takes e4. Your opponent just took a bishop. And when you look at every position, you should always have in mind some green arrows where your pieces are attacking your opponent's pieces, which is your bishop is attacking this c3 knight. Your knight is attacking the d4 pawn and the e5 pawn. Your knight, your f6 knight is attacking the e4 knight, and your d5 pawn is also attacking the d4 knight and the c4 bishop. So when you see these green arrows, you may have some thoughts about your pawn taking your opponent's knight or your opponent's bishop. These are the best move that you can think of after you look at the green arrows, which is your pieces attacking your opponent's pieces. But you should always also have in mind some red arrows where your opponent's pieces are attacking your pieces. So for example, right here, you have your opponent's c3 knight attacking your d5 pawn, your opponent's c4 bishop attacking your d5 pawn, and your opponent's e4 knight attacking your f6 knight. So if you give your opponent one more move in this position, your opponent would definitely just go knight takes f6, because it is a very good move. Why is that? Because it not only takes the knight that was on f6, it also attacks both the queen and the king at the same time. So then it is called a fork, and it is called a fork when you attack two pieces at once, and you can basically take them. So in this position, black's queen and king is being forked by the white knight. So then the black king has to move because he's in check. So then the knight can take the black queen, which is so then white is up a lot of material right now. So that's why knight takes f6 was a very, very good move. So then, but it is not white's move, and you're black, so you can stop white from doing that by playing either knight e4 or or pawn d5 takes e4. These are all very good moves. So let's say that you play this move, okay? So then it is white's turn, white's move, okay? So now you're thinking in the perspective of white. Let's say you just suddenly became white, okay? So then you may think of using your knight on c3 to take your opponent's knight on e4, because you just want to take some stuff. But then this is actually a very bad move because you didn't think of the red lines. So in this position, the bishop on b4 is attacking your knight, but it is x-raying your queen. So what that means is when you move your knight to take on the knight on e4, your opponent's black bishop can attack your queen right now, and because it is your opponent's move, your opponent can just take your queen. So you will be down a lot of material. That's why knight takes e4 was a very bad move. It's because you didn't think of the red lines. So if you do think of the red lines, there's some red lines. So this bishop is x-raying your queen, and your queen is also being attacked by the knight, and your bishop is also being attacked. So in this position, you have to move your queen away because, like, both your bishop and your queen is under attack. But which one is more important? Of course, the queen. So you have to either move your queen away. And also, there were some more red lines that your opponent's bishop and knight are both attacking your knight on c3. And that is why you should also use your queen to protect the knight, or else the knight would die and you will lose a pawn after an exchange. So you should move your queen to either d3, or you should move your queen to e1. These are both very good moves. But then when you move your queen to d3, it is more closer to the center, and it can cover more squares. That's why d3 is a bit better. Okay. So let's move on to the next position. So in this position, you should have some green lines in mind. So first, your bishop on b2 is attacking a pawn on g7. Your queen on d2 is attacking the pawn on h6, and also attacking the pawn on d5. And your rook is also helping your queen attack the pawn on d5, although it doesn't do that much right now. And your knight is attacking these two pawns. And also you have two pawns that are attacking d5. So, using a pawn to take d5 in this position may seem a good choice, but you should always have the red lines in mind, remember? So your opponent is currently have these red lines. So both their queen and knight are attacking your h2 pawn. And both the bishop and knight are attacking your f2 pawn. So, in this position, if you give black one more move, black will play queen h2 and take your pawn and say checkmate, and you will lose the game immediately. So then, you have to, but then good thing is, it is your move, and you can go prevent that. So you have some good moves to play here. For example, you can play h3. So after you play h3, you not only not allow the queen to attack the h2, you can also chase away the knight, so then the knight has to move somewhere else, probably over here. So then now you can take the d5 pawn. Okay. So yeah, that is why that's two examples showing that you should always not only have the green arrows in your mind, but also you should also have the red arrows where your opponent's pieces are attacking your pieces. Those are very important, and you should, when you are in a position, you should always take a few seconds at least to just think about the green arrows and the red arrows to make sure that you don't blunder any material to your opponent and give your opponent an easy win. Okay, so yeah, that's all about. So that is all about the green arrows, and the red arrows. See you in the next video.